month, I will be interviewing 3 men with Duchenne muscular dystrophy and just talking about their experience with the disability. And thank you so much for watching, and we would appreciate if you like and share this on whatever social media platform you use. So yeah, we're here today with Riley. How's it going, Riley?
Good, very good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And just to start, how old are you and where are you from?
I am 21 years old and I live in Pitt Meadows, British Columbia.
And so, just to start off, we're doing this question just to start off. Just give me a fun fact about you. Just anything you think is interesting.
Well, I've recently started learning how to cook, so especially since I'm living on my own, so it's a fun experience.
Well, that's good. That's fun. So as we know, as the people know watching, all the people I'm interviewing have Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Can you talk a little bit about your journey with Duchenne? Like, when were you diagnosed, and what's the journey been like for you and your family?
The journey, I can say, has definitely been interesting. I was diagnosed at the age of 5, which is normal for most kids with Duchenne's. But I've had a lot of support from many doctors at Children's, even outside of Children's as of recently. And my family and all of my friends have basically been out there supporting me.
That's always good. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends too. It definitely helps. And what was it like growing up with Duchenne muscular dystrophy as a young boy?
I will admit it was hard. I'm not like the other kids. Obviously, I've learned that. But I did, like I said, I have all of my friends there with me, along with my EAs to help me out. But like I said, it was not easy.
Definitely not. I can definitely attest to that. It's definitely not the best diagnosis, but like you said, having the support definitely really does help. I know it's definitely helped me. So just moving on a little bit, what are you studying in school, and what school are you going to?
Well, I've finished up school, first of all, but I did take a 1-year certificate program called Access Programs for People with Disabilities, or APPD for short. That's basically the program. What it did is it helped us look for jobs that we could do. So we did certain work experiences, got to learn how certain job programs such as WorkSafe, FoodSafe, all that stuff. And yeah, it was really fun, actually.
And that's very interesting. What drew you to taking that certificate?
Well, one is because I wanted to see if I can find another job for myself, because, well, I have another job, but obviously we know due to COVID, I can't do that. But I also did that because I wanted to gain courage, because I will admit I was not very comfortable talking to other people because of my shyness.
Yeah, that definitely. I was shy growing up. You kind of grow out of it. You seem like you've grown out of it quite a bit. So that's good.
Certainly, yes.
That's good. And so when you were taking that program, were you living at home or were you living at residence at the school?
Oh, I was living at home. So this was before I started living in my suite. This was in our old house before it got completely reconstructed. But I had to have my mom drive me there every day because it was from Pitt Meadows to Langley, which was in the college I went to was Kwantlen University.
And like, how long of a drive was it? Was it pretty easy for you, or was it kind of challenging?
It was about 30 minutes, not too long.
That's not bad. And when you were taking that program, were there any challenges you had, or was it pretty straightforward?
Well, some of the hallways were a bit narrow, but it's to be expected when there's a bunch of people in lockers. So
definitely.
Funny story, actually. I remember a friend of mine, also in a wheelchair, he had a bit of a hard time getting in and made a bit of a dent in the wall. But hey, what can you do?
That's okay. I've made many a dent in walls. I can totally understand that. And like, I just want to know, like, during that program, did you meet any friends? Like, what were your classmates like?
I will admit I was very nervous on my first day because I'm thinking maybe these people are different than me. How will I get to know them and such? First thing I get in, the nicest guy moves the chair out of the way for me so I can move in. So literally the first friend I made was so nice. And everyone else was like that too. I got along with a lot of people, learned a lot of things about them and each other. It was really great learning to make new friends after being in high school for 5 years.
Definitely, and it's a little harder in high school, as I'm sure you know, growing up and going through puberty and all that fun stuff. High school is not always the easiest path, but you made it, and it's good to hear you took that course. And have you been able to find a job at all, or has COVID kind of screwed that up a little bit?
Well, my current job is hydrotherapy. I'm a hydrotherapy assistant. And because most of the work I do requires physical contact for some kids, I couldn't do that due to COVID regulations.
Well, that's good. Are you enjoying that job? Is it fun?
The job is quite fun, yes, because I get to meet a bunch of kids. I get to work with kids with Duchenne's even, which is great. And I get to make a lot of friends with my workers. So
That's great to hear. And in terms of like your day-to-day life, what are some hobbies and interests you have that you enjoy every day?
well, I mostly do a lot of writing because I just happen to love writing stories. And I do a lot of video games. Like a lot of them, I have a Wii U, a Wii, Nintendo Switch. I have way too many video games. But most recently, I've also been starting to watch a lot of anime. Like I can tell a lot of people like watching that stuff nowadays.
That's always good. What kind of games do you play?
I mostly play like Nintendo games, so like Super Mario, Pokemon, that sort of thing.
Well, that's good. And in terms of the writing, what kinds of things do you like writing about?
They're mostly stories based off of TV shows I've watched, animes I've watched, video games I've played. I am known to have a very big imagination when it comes to writing.
Well, that's good. And in terms of the anime, what kind of anime do you like? Like, give me like a top three animes that you like the best.
All right, number one is obviously My Hero Academia because I know a lot of people love watching that. I also like watching One Piece from time to time because, well, the episodes are very long and there's way too many of them. And most recently, I guess the newest Pokemon series. So the Pokemon based off Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I dabble a little bit in anime, not as much anymore, but a lot of my friends watch it, so I try to at least dabble a little bit just to know what they're talking about. It's a little hard. And in terms of One Piece, that is far too long of an anime. I don't think I could commit to the whole thing.
Yeah, trust me, I didn't make it through the whole thing either. I kind of stopped like halfway.
Yeah, it's tough. And in terms of the gaming, are you participating in Squad Up this year?
Well, I am a part of the Discord server for Squad Up, but sadly, there are times where I'm not really available because I have to do I got to do a lot of things by myself. I got to do grocery shopping. I gotta start paying bills soon, so that's gonna be great.
Yeah, welcome to adult life, right? It kind of all the adulting, so to speak, gets in the way. So, well, I'm glad you're on the Discord server. I'll be participating. So if you're looking for something to watch, I'll be playing for sure.
I'll
And
definitely be
just
sure to check that out.
awesome. I appreciate it. So just to wrap up, like in terms of, I've got two questions. One's kind of about school, and one's just about what advice you would give. So I'll start with the school one. If you had any advice for someone with Duchenne who is a little bit worried about post-secondary, what would you tell them?
Basically, if you truly do believe that this is the school you want to go for it. There's nothing stopping you from doing so. And if you're nervous, that's perfectly fine. I was nervous myself until I started making friends in the school. It was very helpful. And to those who are thinking of taking even a certain program, go for it. It'll be really helpful to you. And I feel like you'll do great, especially if you believe you will.
Definitely, I can agree to that. And there's always the resources available. Every school that I've gone to has had a disability office just for extra time on tests, whatever you need. So I can attest to that, Riley, for sure. And in terms of the nerves, my first day of college, I actually was so nervous. I got my chair caught on a cement pillar and busted my leg. So that was fun. That was a fun first day of college. I'll definitely always remember that. It was
Wow.
definitely interesting.
I'm actually shocked.
was I. I was so nervous. I guess wasn't paying attention, and cracked my leg. And I actually stayed in class for the whole day before going to the hospital. My pain tolerance is very high. I the way I saw it is I was on wheels anyway. I didn't have to walk on it. So there you go.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, seriously. No, it's perfectly fine.
Okay. And the other wrap up question I'd like to ask you is what would you tell someone who might not know about Duchenne, like what it is and how they can help out?
Well, first off, I don't know if this is a very polite thing to say, but please look it up. It'll be very helpful for you to learn the information. But also, if you want to do that, try supporting companies like Jesse's Journey and Muscular Dystrophy Canada. We would very much appreciate that.
Definitely. And last question, Riley, just to I kind of forgot about this part. I live on my own as well. What advice would you give to someone with Duchenne about living alone, and what has your experience been like living on your own?
Well, living on my own, I have my own suite, but my parents are right next door. So if I do ever need something, I will go to them. But to those who are nervous about that sort of thing, like if you want to live with your parents, that's perfectly fine. Like there is no way that anybody will judge you for that, especially if you have Duchenne's. But if you do live on your own, I suggest making a bunch of precautions before doing that because you never know what could happen.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Riley. And on behalf of Jesse's Journey, thank you to those who watched, and we'd appreciate a like and a share if you do watch it. All right, Riley, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
You're very welcome. Nice to meet you too. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.